Hey guys, today is the first episode of the Football Manager series, and I've got a team in mind. It's not a team from the Premier League. It's a team that I actually quite like watching in real life, just because they play quite scummy, to be honest. But this is me setting it up. Obviously, you can see here that I can't use the in-game editor. Don't want you guys to think, pumping money into the club or whatever. So we're going to start the game here. I've only selected a few playable leagues and a medium database, just because I think that's all we really need at this stage. I am going to try and get like a couple of these going at the same time. So like maybe do. I'll tell you what it is. I'm doing one with Atletico Madrid, to start with, and that's just because I've been doing ones with the Prem all the time, and I think it'd be interesting to do one in a different league. Obviously, Atletico aren't the favourites in that division. I'd say Real Madrid and Barcelona maybe a bit of an iffy one, but they're playing well at the moment in real life. But Atletico aren't guaranteed to win, so it is also a challenge. Obviously, if I'd done one with Real Madrid, they'd have ridiculous amounts of money as well. But I thought with Atletico, there's always pretty much, the challenge for the title, also Champions League. So the idea of this is I'd like to keep this series going long enough to the point where we've at least won the league and the Champions League. Obviously, if we do it in the first season, which I don't think we will right off the bat, then I will carry on. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a bit harder than a one-season job. So we'll go into it. By the way, these badges, they look so nice. If I remember, I'm going to leave a link to where I got the badges from, and also you'll see the overlay I got. I forgot where I got it from now, but I know he does YouTube videos, and it's very, very good. Massive shout out to him. The managerial style. I'll go with it for tactician. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. We'll have a little look. Mental coaching. We'll keep it balanced for now. I've also start playing. I've also got a rough idea already about what formation I want to use. I think they've used it in real life quite a bit as well. It's quite a bit. So as you can see there, the media prediction is actually third. So hopefully we can. I'd like to win it, but come on, it might be a bit difficult. But I'm pretty sure this formation. Okay, we're not going to be playing this. The formation I want to be playing is basically a 4-4-2, just with the wingers. I'll show you. So we don't want to meet the media. I don't deal with the media in this game unless I have to. We'll talk to the lads for sure. Right, so we'll save this. You can see all my saves here. So I done one with Man City not so long ago, just when I was first when I first got the game. I done one just to see if it was, what it was like to have absolute, money upon money. And it's all right, but you can literally just go in for Haaland and he'll score you 60 goals a season. So we've got a few issues here. We've got Luis Suarez in the last year of their contract. Now, he is 34. So obviously, if I offer him a new contract, I'm not going to really need him. I'm not going to offer him a new one, is what I'm trying to say. He's a good player, but he's 34. So, if we have him for a bit of this season, we can always replace him if we need to. How much have we actually got to play with if needed? That's pretty much the only one we need to do anything with. Because the rest of them have got enough time remaining. But the finances. So, okay. So we haven't got much of a transfer budget. So, it might be worth extending that then, just so we can guarantee him for a season. How long has he got? Expires. Right, okay. Let's just see what he wants here. Or win the La Liga. I mean, I can't do that. We're going to go challenge. He's happy with that. Is that the same? Not 2 years. We just really want to do it just for a year, just to see us through. All of these bonuses as well. No. That'll crush us. We'll lower them down a little bit. Nah. No, I knew it was going to be risky because, obviously Suarez is at the later end of his career. He's going to want to try and get as much money as he can. We will create a tactic soon. So they want us, just to be clear here, They want us to reach the Copa del Rey final minimum. That's a bit of a sorry. That's a bit of a hit and hope one, that is, because obviously it is also luck who you get drawn to, right? Challenge for the Liga, that's fine. Not important for the Super Copa, so doesn't matter. And that's realistic there as well. So overall, I'm happy with that. We'll accept that. Pre-season preparation. Right, we'll leave that for now. Injury update: João Felix out for 5 weeks. He's going to be a big player for us because obviously we've not got a lot of money, so we're going to have to work with him and Griezmann and Suarez up top. Squad selection, we'll have to do that soon as well. Biggest spenders: Lionel Messi, as you see, they're going to PSG, and Varane going to United. And I also decline to meet the press. I just don't like him. I can't stand the press. They always twist your words. So I actually thought they were a bit more of a budget here, but we can still work with something. Let's see how we've been blessed with the schedule. So the friendlies, I'm going to be honest, I like to sim the friendlies. This skin, I don't know if it's got his stuff in here at all. I'll find out who made this because I added it quite a while ago. People that play Football Manager probably already know, but I will find it out because he does deserve credit for it. It's a great bit of work. So these are the friendlies we've got. The Atletico Madrid second team. We've got Las Palmas, Oviedo, Almeria, and Malaga. So usually what I like to do is I sim the friendlies, as I said, just because then we can get right into the actual season, and you know, I can still see how the team's doing, and you know, just makes that start to the season, especially because we're not going to be making signings, go a little bit quicker. As for the length of the episodes, I'm going to try and keep them in like the 20-minute mark. I'm still sort of learning, like, is it best to like play a load of games and then show you the highlights, or like play 3 or 4 games and show you one full game, or just play like 3 full games in the episode? So if you don't know how they're being made, or you're open to suggestions, whack them in the comments below, guys. But that's what I plan to do. I want to try and play like 3 full games an episode if I can, including going through the emails and showing you the tactics. So what we're going to do now is we are going to actually go and create a formation and pick some players. I'm going to go and look at some formations, think about it for a little bit, because otherwise this can easily take me like 30-40 minutes. And then I will come back and we're going to talk about why I've done it, okay? So I'll see you guys in a bit. So this is pretty much what I've come up with, guys. It's pretty much like a 4-4-2, and I will, obviously I can drop the wingers back here to fill that 4-4-2 if needed. But I want to play more attacking wingers, so it's pretty much like a 4-2-2-2 it would be. I've got 2 no-nonsense fullbacks because I don't want them pushing forward. I want this back 4 to be a back 4 because I want us to be, like they are in real life, an absolute nightmare to score against. In the midfield, we're actually, I knew they had a good midfielders, but we're actually quite blessed with who we've got. Obviously got Llorente, Koke, but you've also got like Saul, you've got Rodrigo de Paul and Hector Herrera. So you've got loads of work engines in there. So we've got a ball-winner midfielder and also a box-to-box midfielder. Again, this can be changed obviously during the game. If we're a goal behind, I might put a Roman playmaker in, maybe push one up a little bit. And like I said, these wingers are the only things which could change. Because they can come back and we can play like this, which would be a basic 4-4-2. But I'm going to start them up here because sometimes in a 4-4-2 you struggle to score goals. And I'm hoping that if the wingers are slightly higher, there'll be more going forward. As I don't really want these two to go, you know, pushing up too much. Up top, we've got Griezmann just a little bit ahead of Suarez because he prefers that attack and forward role. And Suarez is just on the centre forward, complete forward role, basically. Obviously, going forward, we do also have João Felix, who's injured at the moment, and is it Mateus Cunha? And I didn't realise we actually have Morata still. But going forward, the starter will be Griezmann and João Felix, but at the moment Suarez can cover in. Winger-wise, we're pretty decent with that as well. We've obviously got Carrasco, we've got Lamar, we've also got Cunha who can play on the wing. To be honest, we probably could do with another winger, just for the depth. Defenders, centre-backs, again, I mean, who we got there? Is that we've got Jimenez and Savic at the moment. Hermoso, I'm still learning the name, sorry, there's a few people I'm not sure of. Hermoso can play centre-back, but he's playing left-back at the moment. I probably would actually put Lodi in. Obviously, this is without restrictions, so I'm going to show you what the best team could be like. We've got Was at right back, who I know is good. Also, as Visakli, I'm really going to say his name. Visakli, I think that's how you say it. I know him mainly from FIFA. So he would probably start as well. Obviously, Oblak in goal. So we could do with a couple more players at the back, to be honest with you, just as rotation. So what I might do this season is I might go and look at some contract expiries, some free agents, as we don't have a lot of money going forward. Obviously, we've got 810k. Obviously, that doesn't mean you can get help with the board, but I don't want to go run into them right away. So we'll see if we can get anyone on the free. And also after that, I'm going to set some scouts up to go to like South America, places like that, because, you know, that's the best places to go. They're cheap, they're promising, and it's just, you know, they're good players. So I'm going to get the screen up to where we can see all of the free agents, and we'll discuss who we can try and bring in. So as it stands, I've had a little look. There's not many good contract expired players at the moment, probably because we've not gone forward enough, and they've not all been sort of, you know, put on here. So I'm not going to rush into anyone at the moment. As you can see, there's not a whole load, and also on the expiring, there's not like a load of players either, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a few scouts, and then I'll show you where I've sent them. And we're just going to go forward a little bit into the season, and hopefully we can work with what we've got, and then midway through we can pick up some free agents or whatnot halfway through, because we've got a little bit of wage budget, I think. Like, I mean, we can bump that up a little bit, but even then, it's not a lot to work with. So I'm just going to send some scouts, see what we can do, because obviously that costs money as well. So let's have a little look and see if we can send some scouts. So we'll go into scouting. You have to obviously, I've taken it over myself now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of these because I like to send them. I like them to get my own things really. Where is it? What scout assignment? So we go, create new assignment. So what I like to do is, I honestly like going for like the hot prospect players. And usually, if I can, I'll send this one to South America. I'm not really fussed about, like, I have these on all the time. Like, you know, he needs to be less than this, less than that, and we'll have it ongoing. And the reason I do this is because the amount of players I've got in the past. Just for like, for example, this is pure example. Like, there's this player on my online save where I manage Bournemouth called Naldo, and he cost me like I think 12.5 or 15 million, and he's absolutely incredible. He's now worth like 90 million, and sending him to like the so-called, you know, all the poorer countries basically. You get a bit of a better deal for your money. So you haven't got to spend as much as when you know, you see a player that, you know, is in Europe, for example. But we will be sending one to Europe just because we've got North America, we've got North America, got South America. The scouts, by the way, who we've got are actually very good. So that's one bonus. We don't actually have to, you know, spend any money on hiring new scouts for now. So obviously we are actually in a bit of a somewhere to Africa as well. We are obviously in a little bit of a financial issue here, which I didn't know we were. Well, it's not an issue. It's more that I thought they'd have a bit to play with, but we don't, and that's fine. We've got the squad anyway, so I suppose they've just, you know, brought Griezmann back and stuff like that. So, you know, it's understandable. We'll send one to Europe as well. We just want to see if we can get any talent in. And we can. The reason I don't select them to the tactic, we can develop them to that. I've got the skills. We've got the staff. We can develop them to a tactic. So that should be that done. So that's the scouting finished. And I think, we want to walk away from this just because the money he's asking for, the bonuses are going to kill us. They really are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to you guys if we've got any news like in the inbox or stuff like that, anything important. And if not, it'll be our first game, which is against the second team. So we'll have a little talk to the players here as well. That's just come up. So we'll make sure we do this. So let's just see what we're going to say. I'm not really planning. I'm not going to lie. That's the only thing I've learned with Football Manager. If you lie, it's it's game over. It's done. No. What, this one? Okay. I mean, all the others were like basically saying I'm going to bring people in, which I didn't want to do, and also I don't want to sell anyone, so I'm not going to use that option to the left. No. The one I want to say, because I don't, all of these can lead to like bad consequences. I'm going to say this, and okay, slightly positive. That's all right. I think we're good enough to win the title, and that should be our aim. I'm very positive about our chance, and I think we can qualify for Champions League. I think we can mount a strong title challenge this season. We're good enough to make that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to say I mean, we can win the league, but sometimes they get offended by that for some reason. It should be a compliment, right? But I've seen it in the past. Yep. Okay, maybe I should have went with the. Okay, I just thought, I read like the expectations, and then I'm just like I try and encourage them to just do that really. Um, the Copa del Rey, that's something they want us to win. They're not the most emotional bunch of players, are they? Really not. Okay, content. I'll take that. Encouraged. It went okay. It went okay. You have to be careful in them because if you start dishing out so many false promises, it can really, you got to be careful. People will leave and all sorts. It's really not worth it. The training induction, I'll do that off because obviously I'm going to have to do that in depth a little bit. What I'm going to try and do is in the first episode, because I want, get a couple of games in. I might try and actually watch this one in like live, the Atletico Madrid second team, just to see, first game ever on the save. Be good to visually see it, right? So I'm going to go and do the training introduction, sorry, pick a team, and then I'll come back for this game here. And we should smash them, hopefully. If not, then we've already got an issue on our hands. But I'll get back to you with the team. What I've done here is I got the option to select whether I wanted to do the first team versus second team or a mix and mix. What I've done is I've asked for the strongest first team to go against the second team because I want to see exactly what we're like. It actually sort of picked the team for me, so I'm going to have a little look and see what's happened because at the moment, obviously, we've got people away, right? So this isn't the strongest team. Otherwise, I would be worried. But this is the team we're actually going to have because obviously we have got people on holiday and stuff like that. So this is, there's a lot of faces in there who will play, like Savic will, Oblak will, obviously. Kondogbia will. Sometimes Ronaldo will as well. The rest of them probably won't get too much game time. But let's give it a go anyway. Let's play and let's see how we get on. Is this... No. Match speed during highlights. We'll work this all the way up. Replays on. No, off for replays. Key highlights. And then hopefully it won't actually take too long to get through a game. So we might be able to fit 3 or 4 in. It's a great play from Kondogbia. This is where I want to see us play well, is when we're defending. It's what Atletico do so well in real life. They can defend with no issue. This is nice play. Here you go, slow and steady. Good play. I don't like that because the pass, the short passing's on. Why are we lumping up the pitch, boys? Better. We'll take it. Good goal. Joanja? Shouldn't say you say it. Great goal. But like I said, I'm going to try this formation here, which is basically, it's a 4-2-2, right? If it doesn't work, I will whip out the basic 4-4-2. But I think we've got the defensive players to be able to afford to, be a bit more risky up front. That's beautiful play. Cool, unlucky. Like I said, it would have been nice to actually have the actual first team out, but obviously people are on holiday and all of that. We've got a couple injuries, and like that, it's 1-1. A great goal there. That's a booking for Rojas. Oh, wow. Well, let's have a look at him then. What are his stats? Because that was Tim, wasn't it? No, Soto. Where are his free kicks? Am I being blind? 11. Okay, I mean, that was an absolute banger of a free kick for someone with them type of stats. Fair play to him. We'll take it. Obviously, I'm not going to judge the performance too much on this because although I did pick my first team, as you can see, this clearly isn't my first team. So this is pretty much just giving everyone I've got a game, getting some matches under him, and we'll see. It's him again. Tell you what, if he can take free kicks though, put him on the bench, 90th minute, whip one in. He should be off now. Ref, do not bottle it. Good lad. That's a good play from them down there. Needs to put a challenge in. Kondogbia. That's so weak. You got to put a challenge in. Okay. I didn't want to... Let's have a little look here. No, it's in transition. Out of possession. I'm going to tell him to get stuck in. Did I go through it right? Yeah. It's one thing I don't like in my teams. When I see people just jockeying and jockeying, not getting involved at all. Get stuck in. We'll deal with the bookings after. Just get stuck in. That's very poor defending. I mean, this guy had about half an hour to run into the box. But we'll take it. Right. Get the fist pumping. Get the fist pumping. Second half it is. So stats-wise, I mean, it's actually been pretty equal. We've had more possession, which is something I really want to get into the game as well. I think it is important to have the ball. If you've got the ball, you can do stuff with it. But I also don't want to play pointless possession where you literally just pass it side to side, you know, Louis van Gaal style. But it is important to have the ball. At the end of the day, if you haven't got the ball, you can't create, can you? That's a great challenge. Now, we should play it. There we go. Play it to the fullbacks, as I asked. Savage, someone who we could see in the first team. That's nicer. That's what I want to see. When the goalkeeper has the ball, I want him to roll it out to the fullbacks if he can. Because the fullbacks should then get an option from one of the midfielders to drop in and really, you know, actually help just push back, get the ball in. And if he can't, he can go forward to the wing. And as long as we do that, we should be fine from goal kicks. I don't like kicking the ball long because, you know, we haven't really got tall strikers either. We've got Griezmann and Suarez at the moment. Suarez, I don't know how tall he is, but he's not like massive. Sorry, if you've got like a Haaland up top, you can hit him. But overall, this has been a decent... Come on, boys, don't go here. It's been a decent performance so far. Don't get me wrong, if that was a real game, I would have made some changes, gone a bit more defensive, but in these type of games, I just want to see what we are like all the time playing this. Get them used to the formation as well. So obviously, if you look here, we're very unfamiliar with the formation. It's going to take a few games, possibly half a season to get used to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there for the first episode because we've done a lot of like, not admin sounds like a real job, but you know, like we've done a lot of like introduction stuff like the talks and all of that. And yeah, so we're going to leave it like that. And when we come back, I will sim a lot of these friendlies because then hopefully we have time to play one or two of the actual league games as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the first episode of this Atletico Football Manager takeover. If you have, leave the video a like, leave a comment below on the save that you're doing, how your season's going, and any players you recommend that I sign. Probably not this season because we're still waiting for some money to come in. But yeah, drop a like, leave a comment, and please do subscribe, guys. Turn on the little bell so you get alerted when the video gets uploaded, and I'll see you in the next one.